Friend Zone versus Friend Zone. Fight. Ethan met Claire at the dog park on a gray Saturday in March. Her border collie, Juno, stole his golden retriever's tennis ball and refused to give it back. Claire laughed so hard she had to lean against the fence to breathe, and Ethan forgot what he'd even come there for. They started running into each other every weekend. Then they started planning to run into each other. Coffee turned into beers, beers turned into dinners, dinners turned into late-night talks on her balcony while the dogs snored at their feet. Claire had a way of listening, head tilted, eyes steady, that made Ethan feel like the most interesting person in the room. She teased him gently, remembered everything he told her, texted him stupid dog videos at 2 a.m. with nothing but a string of laughing emojis. He fell slowly, then all at once. He asked her on a Thursday in May after they'd spent the day hiking and were sitting on the tailgate of his truck sharing a warm beer because they'd forgotten to pack a cooler. "Claire," he said, heart hammering against his ribs, "I need to say this before I chicken out. I'm crazy about you, like properly stupidly in love with you. I want to take you on real dates. I want to be more than friends. Could you ever see us trying?" She went very quiet. The wind moved through the trees and the dogs chased each other in circles below them. "Ethan," she said finally, voice soft, "you're my favorite person on the planet, but I'm terrified. If we cross that line and it doesn't work, I can't lose you. You're my safe place, I'm sorry." Swallowed the ache, told her it was okay, that he understood that of course the friendship came first. For a while he tried to be the same Ethan. He answered her calls, showed up to walk the dogs, laughed in all the right places. But every smile cost him. Every casual "love you" she tossed out like it was nothing carved another notch. He started pulling back. Not ghosting, never that, just living more of his life somewhere else. He said yes to the coworker who invited him to trivia night. He joined the co-ed soccer team Claire always teased him about being too uncoordinated for. He let the pretty graphic designer at the brewery write her number on his receipt. One night he got drunk with his friend Marcus and told him everything. Marcus listened, nodded, then delivered the sermon Ethan half expected. "Rule number 1, man, never orbit one girl. You need a solar system. 5, 10 women you genuinely like hanging out with, any one of whom you could date if the stars aligned. Then you relax and let the best one win. Some stay friends only, that's fine. Having attractive women who clearly enjoy your company makes you magnetic to everyone else. Abundance, bro, it's the cheat code." Ethan laughed, called him a sociopath, and then quietly started applying the theory. He said yes to everything: rock climbing with Lauren, concerts with Amya, Sunday brunch with the girls from soccer. He posted stories, never thirst traps, just proof of a life being lived. His phone buzzed constantly. He stopped bracing for Claire's name to be the only one that mattered. Claire noticed almost immediately. "You okay?" she texted one night. "Feels like I never see you anymore," replied hours later, busy in the best way. "Miss the dogs, though." She started finding reasons to reach out, sent him playlists, asked his opinion on first date outfits for someone else, then immediately said never mind. Showed up at the dog park on days she knew he'd be there with Juno wearing the bandana he'd bought her months ago. One Thursday in September she called him at 11 p.m., voice thick like she'd been crying. "Can you come over, please?" He went. She opened the door in sweatpants and one of his old hoodies she'd stolen forever ago. Juno launched herself at him like she hadn't seen him in years. Claire didn't bother with small talk. "I was wrong," she said, arms wrapped around herself. "I've been watching you build this whole life without me in the center of it, and it's the worst thing I've ever felt. I don't want to be your safe place anymore. I want to be your person, the one you choose even when you have 100 other choices. I'm terrified, but I'm more terrified of losing you completely." Looked at her for a long moment. The girl he'd spent months trying to get over was standing there asking him not to be over her. He stepped inside, closed the door behind him. "Took you long enough," he said, half smiling. She laughed through fresh tears and threw herself at him. He caught her like he'd been waiting his whole life to do exactly that. They kissed in the hallway with the dogs barking like they were celebrating. It was messy and urgent and tasted like relief. Later, tangled on the couch, her head on his chest, she whispered, "Were you really going to let me go?" He ran his fingers through her hair. "I was going to be okay either way," he said. "Turns out that's what made the difference." She pressed her face into his shirt and held on tighter. Outside, the city hummed. Inside, Juno and his retriever finally settled down side by side like they known all along how this would end. And for the first time in a long time, Ethan didn't have to wonder where he stood. He was exactly where the best girl had chosen to put him.